Angelica. I'm a co-founder of Lendonomy, social network for money, or as we lovingly call it internally, Airbnb for money, Tinder for money, or Uber for money. This is a situation we all know too well. Someone is short on money and then they're asking you to cover up for them, only to vips you the money later, or Swish if you're from Sweden. Every year people borrow hundreds of billions of dollars from each other. In the US alone, they borrow more than $180 billion a year, and that is only one country, only among friends and family. But this way of borrowing is not just awkward, because you still need to speak with people who would lend you the money later. Many people use mobile payment apps today like Swish, Vips, or Venmo. But you still need to talk to people, so this is very awkward. But this way is also detrimental for your financial health. Because this lending happens outside of traditional lending system, it leaves banks without relevant data for credit scoring, borrowers without credit history, and everybody in a very awkward situation. At the same time, most of the borrowing market belongs to youth, to people in their early 20s, to millennials and Generation Z. But this market is hilariously underserved when it comes to easy-to-use P2P lending mobile applications. So we want to solve this problem and give these people a tool that will not only solve their immediate needs as borrowers, but will also help them to turn into investors down the road. By 2025, the global value of P2P lending is supposed to reach $1 trillion. So what can we do to make sure that we solve the lending problems and ride the wave of the business opportunity at the same time? Introducing Lendonomy, a microfinance peer-to-peer lending application. You can also think of it as a high interest rate savings account. We have developed a super simple user experience for both borrowers and lenders. As a borrower, a person says how much money he or she needs, when he or she will return it, and then we match the person with a lender. And the same thing happens on the other side of the coin. The investor or lender says how much money he or she is willing to lend, and then we're matching the person with the borrower. The only thing that is left up to the users to decide which side to swipe, just like a Tinder. We are developing an app for two youngest generations of today, millennials and Generation Z. Older millennials are usually in their late 20s, maybe early 30s, and they have cash surplus. But that money is not enough for them to start serious investment. They also put money in savings account and they lose money due to inflation because of that. On the other side, we have young millennials and Generation Z who prefer app interactions to face-to-face conversations, and that's why Tinder has been on the rise. But they also have unstable cash flows. Yet they're very high potential, they are pursuing higher education, and many of them even have part-time jobs. Yet they also put money in savings accounts and they also lose money due to inflation. They're likely to start in our system as borrowers, while older millennials are likely to start in Lendonomy as lenders. We're also exploring different partnership options because both parties tend to put money in savings accounts. Down the road, we want to become an investment account within their banking app, but that will require a partnership down the road. With the app, we will gradually turn young borrowers into investors. We will gamify the whole experience, make it so much fun to use, so that borrowers who don't have a lot of money will turn into lenders and investors and learn to build a healthy relationship with money. We will also send data to banks and credit institutions to add an additional level of hyper-relevant data for credit scoring. And later, we will put the credit history on blockchain. Why we do that? We do that because digital nomadism is on the rise. People travel so much, especially university students go from one country to another country to study. Yet they cannot take credit histories with them. So with this app, they will be able to do so as well. This is how the market looks like. We are in the short-term loans P2P lenders category. And meanwhile, Willendus, our competitor, charges more than 260% annually. Of course, compared to other microfinancing organizations like Wonga, Sunny, and Quit, who charge more than 1,000%, that sounds humane. But we can do even better than that. We can go 4 to 8 times lower than that and still deliver 10% returns to lenders. This is how our unit economics looks like. If on average a user borrows $58 a month, on average, with a 30% annual interest rate, we will be able to make $87 on a single user, and to reach $1 billion in revenue, we will need 12 million users. If people borrow more than that, let's say twice as much, we will only need 5.3 million users to reach $1 billion in revenue. And we're targeting students in the very beginning. With the 1% of the student market, we will be able to make $89 million a year. So this is not just ethical, it's also profitable. But we don't want to stop here. We want to develop a user experience that people will love. Even though the system works as such just with the interest cut, we also want to deliver lending that will bring rewards to our users. So if, for example, a company, a grocery chain, writes an article about grocery hacking, and the user afterwards borrows money or invests money after reading the article, the user will get a reward. Well, in this case, it's a bottle of organic milk. It's fun. So, right now we are starting with the interest cut, then we will explore rewards and affiliate programs with brands, and then we will add different revenue streams such as credit as a service model on a premium subscription basis. And also we will be able to accumulate enough data for banks and credit institutions for it to become valuable. So in 2021 we will also add another revenue stream. And of course, as any startup, we want to grow. Right now we've been co-creating the app with millennials and Generation Z from Vienna Region Business School. We had 20 interns in total. It was a lot of fun. So we created the first prototype together with them. We will also explore freshman weeks to build relationships with students during their first week at a university, and to tell them about the value of investment and how to turn from borrowers to investors and what to do if they are in a difficult situation. Then we will also pursue digital marketing. We have seen a fantastic response to our Facebook chat bot. People come to speak to the bot. It's also very interesting that people like to speak to bots instead of humans, and we understand that trend in the young society, so we will do that as well. And later on we will do point of sale promotion to have Lendonomy signs at the points of purchase, and the pinnacle of it all will be the collaboration with banks. And we're already in the media. People notice Lendonomy. We've been featured in EU startups, being called 1 out of 10 Norwegian startups to look out for in 2019. And we have also been featured by Disruptor Daily, who named us 1 out of 30 blockchain and lending startups to watch this year. And I want to finish the presentation, the pitch, with a quote from the director of Center of Expertise in Lead Innovation at ING Bank, who said, "Lendonomy stole my heart. I want to see it succeed." The question is, do you? Thank you.